Hello, hello. We are live at 5 for our Let's Talk Arise IBO session. We will be going live every single day this week for our fourth birthday. Arise to the Top has turned 4. This is our celebration for it. We are going live at 5 p.m. Eastern on YouTube every day this week. So, thank you for joining me, and we will be talking all kind of IBO business every day. Today we are doing our open and welcome. Tomorrow we will be talking to Pia about taxes and your IBO. We will have segments during this week on the business credit, building funding up so that you can pivot outside and within Arise. We'll also have sessions with Daniel Held. So we have several sessions coming this week for our celebration, our 4-year celebration. I am so excited to be here with you guys and to answer any questions you have. So, to kick off for our welcome, I'm going to introduce myself. I've been getting a lot of questions today about IBOs since we've been posting this on all of our different platforms. And everybody's like, what's an IBO? Those of you that are here already know that, we know on the inside what an Arise IBO is, independent business owner. Um, we know what it is, but it's pretty much someone who owns a virtual call center and partners with companies like Arise. And there are other ACD, other companies that you can partner with. Hey, Renee. So that is what an IBO is. And I am going to introduce myself for those of you that don't know me. I am Paris. I'm the Chief Executive Officer at Arise to the Top. And we are turning 4 today, so you know that we've been around for 4 years, officially teaching IBOs how to become successful for the last 4 years. Hey guys, thank you for joining me. Um, I said I was not going to get emotional today with you guys, but it is such an emotional time. Some of you have been following me since the beginning of the journey I've had with the Rise to the Top. Some of you have not, but it has been a long 4 years and a lot of fight to get here. So I am so excited to be here with you guys still. In that 4-year period, we have grown to become the largest IBO network within the Arise Network, the largest support group with all of our products, services, and resources. So thank y'all. This is all because of you. I am going to kick it off. Oh, and everybody who's here today, your name is going to be put in a drawing. So we had 3 ways to win. We're doing three ways to win prizes every single day. The first way is via email. So if you're on that email list, make sure you're checking your emails. There's a game sent out every day for you to do. The second way is the social media game, which you can get in the videos of me that are posted every morning. And then the third way is showing up to our YouTube lives, and then you're put into a drawing to win. Today, I am buying, I guess it's kind of lunch, dinner time for you. So if you win, send me your Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Zelle. I'm trying to think of all the ways I can send payment. I can send crypto if you have a Coinbase. But you'll send me your information so that I can send you your money today, your dinner. So today, our first winner we're going to take from the emails that we did. The email game is LaShonda Bird. So LaShonda, you have won our first cash prize. So if you can send me one of those payment methods, I got you after this live. All right, so I've had a lot of IBO questions today. I'm going to try to spread them out amongst the different days. But if you want to send questions in, feel free to send them in, and then I will answer them on these lives. Thursday is our 2022 Become a Successful IBO seminar session online. It's free to everybody. If you're an IBO, if you want to become an IBO, if you're just thinking about it, if you just want to know what it is, you can join. It's free. That is the session. I do it every year. That's the session that really kicked off Arise to the Top. So every year I do a new session to kind of help and answer questions on building throughout this journey. Hi, you're a new IBO. I love new IBOs. I love my veteran ones too, though. So yes, I said my name is Paris. I'm the CEO at Arise to the Top. I started this back in 2017, pretty much to build a support network for IBOs because there was not a lot of direction coming directly from Arise. So we really wanted to just kind of implement and build and help everybody reach success. I was an IBO for 2 years before I ever started this. So I definitely failed a couple times. And then we grew again, and then we lost again, and then we grew again. And then I got the methods down and figured out what really has to be done to be successful. And once I did, I said, you know what? There's nobody out here really teaching this. So I said, let me jump out here and teach it because it's a roller coaster. So that started 4 years ago, and now we're here. We offer a ton of resources from our master classes. We created the very first CRM system for Arise IBOs and ACD called Auto IBO. We have our live IBO success seminars that are in-person 3-day events where you just come literally. I just pour all the information I can into you. And then we drink margaritas and eat and then have fun as well. Um, we have a ton of different things, document bundles, one-on-one power hour sessions, so many. And then our YouTube channel that gives you a ton of free information. So we have a lot of different ways to help you as an IBO throughout this journey. It was so emotional for me because over the last 4 years, in addition to running these companies, I buried 2 daughters. And so it's been bittersweet because October is pregnancy and infant loss month. But the grief and the pain of that really helped to launch these companies for me because I didn't know how to cope. Literally, all I knew how to do was work. So that was my coping. I say that to say this is a journey, and no matter what point you're at in your life, what's happening, do not stop. Like literally, you can't lose until you jump out the game. So no matter you might, if it's divorce, if it's sickness, loss of family, there's a lot of things we know that happens in life. Do not stop what you're doing. Do not stop your company. That's literally the first thing I ask IBOs and people when they come to me for business advice is, what are you willing to do to win? Because this is a journey where you will give something up, whether it's time with your husbands, time with your kids, whether it's friends, nights out, money. You're going to give something up to get to the level of success that you want to reach. So, what are you willing to give to get there? And those people who are like, they don't know if they're willing to sacrifice a lot. I still work with you, but I kind of in my head, I know, I tell you, hey, maybe this is more of a side hustle for you. Those that are willing to put it all in and jump out there and take the chance and jump, I'm willing to work with you all day, always that I can, because it takes time. Thank you guys for your condolences. It's been a journey, but like I said, I'm so happy to just still be here. Literally be here living with you and just doing this. So as IBOs, everybody asks, especially in this new age of Arise, how do you survive as an IBO? And some people want to know why even become an IBO. As we know, Arise has implements the sole proprietorship stuff, which enables agents to just literally go through Arise and not need an IBO. And that has caused a lot of questions and just different things as far as being an IBO. Yes, we are still needed. So regardless of what is implemented by anyone else, your company, depending on how you build it in your foundation, can still stand. There are so many people that are looking for work and don't want to come in as a sole proprietor because they don't really get help. You're still needed to help people navigate the systems, to be their support, to be their fighter when things are going wrong. You have perks in your company that they won't be able to get as a sole proprietor going directly through Arise. So we are needed. We are here. And in 2022, we are going to build more wealth than ever as IBOs. There are so many great things happening within the Arise network. As far as I know you guys have seen the pay going up, the new systems that are being implemented, the new chats are wonderful. All of these things, Arise is really stepping it up to try to provide support, not necessarily, I think, to IBOs solely, but just to their platform as a whole. All of those things can be used to your advantage. Now, the other question I've gotten a lot today is, what's the point of doing this if all the agents want to be IBOs? And I've had a few like, they watch your channel and they want to be IBOs. So the good news is there's still a point and a need for us. Most IBOs, unfortunately, after a year, maybe half of the IBOs that started at the beginning of the year are still IBOs by December. Most of them jump ship, a couple months of not making money or not seeing growth, and they stop doing it. So they would rather be agents. There are agents who don't want to have to deal with, the pay stuff. They don't want to have to deal with a lot of the things that come with being an IBO. It's the business licensing, it's the legalizations, it's all of that. Some people just want to come work. So I've seen a lot of just questions that are pointing more in a negative direction. Don't let that distract you from your end goal. Furthermore, being an IBO, I haven't heard anyone say that like their lifelong dream was to be an IBO. So let this be your stepping stone, right? This opportunity literally gives you everything you need to launch into another company that you may want to build. You have to manage agents. So you're getting practice being a manager. You're getting practice formulating a company with the legalizations you have to have. You have to pay your agents. You're getting payroll practice. You have to practice customer service and follow up. You're getting all the tools you need to move forward. This really is the perfect platform to start at. They give you the clients, and literally you're just giving them the agents, and you have a whole business. This is one of the least expensive businesses that you can jump into and make money and succeed. So it's definitely not a get rich quick option. If that's what you're looking for, don't come here. You're not getting rich quick at all. Making money, how do you make money as an IBO is another question I get all the time. There are 4 main monetization methods within making money from IBO fees and stuff like that. But again, those are starting points. There are so many different ways that you can branch out and make money, from offering other services to partnering with other clients to getting government contracts. People have a whole slew of squatters, and some IBOs get rid of their squatters, but I've always told y'all we don't, because for us it's literally an open list of all the people that we can reach out to when we have other opportunities. So if Arise is not working out and they're not working, we leave them on the list. We may get a government contract, or we may offer them ACD. Or I actually ask everybody what their skill sets are. I've hired graphic designers and all kind of people from my squatter list to do other things. I've recruited them to sell Legal Shield with me. So you have to think outside the box. This is not a cookie cutter, one size fits all type of deal. You have your IBO. Sure, we're all monetizing in one of the 4 ways, which will hit Wednesday. But that's just the beginning. This is literally your company. As long as you're running it ethically, the sky's the limit to where you can take it, how you can make money. I did, like I said, I was an IBO for 2 years, but I went from just being an IBO to building a whole business development firm. And now, not only do we teach you guys, but we service corporate clients. I have a whole 7-figure company, and it all started with me becoming an IBO. So don't drop out, don't quit, open your mind up to what this can be. Any questions there on why being an IBO is a good thing and why you should stick with it? The other things, so yes, we do. And 2022, I'm probably going to dive more with different courses into the government contracting side and a few other like sides that we do as well, so that you can branch out even more. The only reason why we haven't yet is because I need you to build the foundation of your regular IBO first. A big issue with entrepreneurs I see all the time, and business owners, is that you're sticking your hands in too many pots at once. So you either want to make $25 from 3 pots, or you want to make $1,000 from one that you're focused in, and then take that $1,000 and have it fund your next pots. um Everybody does everything now. It's like, I have an IBO, I do this, I do that. So I'm like, when do you have time to build your IBO? When is your business actually being built? So you want to think about that as you're building your IBO. I know some of you have to work full time to support your households. We all have kids and all that good stuff. That's one thing, but just know, if you're choosing that life of having to work full time, you're going to have to put just as many hours into your IBO. You know, the hours that you're putting into that company, you're going to be tired. You're going to have to come home, deal with your family life, stay up, and then build your IBO at night, or in depending on your shift. There's no easy way around this. There's no cut and dry. Even, and you know, I love I think my course is really good. I mean, I built it, but I still think it's really good. Even my course is not going to give you the magic cherries to be rich tomorrow. And the beauty in the business is the journey. So be willing to go on that journey. It's just, I get so sad. I see so many IBOs just quitting after 2, 3, 4 months. I see them in the Facebook groups like, how do y'all make money? This isn't worth it. And I'm telling you, it is. Not only have I built empires starting here, I've coached other IBOs directly, and they're doing the same thing with building the empire starting here. Thank you, Emily. So I'm trying to go through these questions as they're coming in. I've been getting Facebook questions all day. What would be my number one tip? And we're actually going to have, starting tomorrow, we're doing taxes. Like I said, Wednesday, we're doing the business credit and the funding so that you could pivot outside of Arise eventually. Thursday, Daniel Held will be on our Let's Talk IBO. And then Friday will be our final day. So we're having specific topics every day, but today was just the welcome day. So I took questions, and so it might seem like we're jumping around. All right, my number one advice for someone starting as an IBO. My number one advice would probably be to service. If you don't have time to service, then you need to have money to pay someone to come in and really work your company for you and set it up. But servicing is going to get, and I say that now retroactively. I didn't service starting out. I didn't service for like a year, and then I finally hopped in and serviced. But when I did, I was like, dang, I wish I would have did this earlier, because it changed the game in the way that I approached agents. It changed the way that I went and recruited, and I had such a better understanding on what I was doing and what they were experiencing. So I was more relatable, but my recruiting tripled after that because I had a better understanding. So I would service, and then I wouldn't come into this not expecting to spend money. For the life of me, I have no reason why people complain about having to spend money in their business. But I see it. Yes, YouTube will get you a little way out there. YouTube will get you a couple dollars. You can learn some free stuff off YouTube. I said I have courses on your mini courses. I know there's a few others, but YouTube is not the free route. Is not going to get you where you need to go. If you're trying to hit 6, high 7, like those type of figures, you're not getting that off of YouTube. You're just not. You're going to have to invest in yourself and in your company. I mean, at the end of the day, when you turn your tax stuff over, and I'm sure Pia will talk about it tomorrow, a lot of it's write-offs. You need a good process. A CRM will help you. So as I tell y'all almost every video, either you have time or money to operate in your business. So either you're going to spend a ton of time doing everything yourself, or you have the money and you invest and have, help to build faster. Thank you, KW. I'm glad that you enjoyed the template bundle pack. You're in certification now? Yeah, Pierre, I said servicing definitely was a game changer for me. The other big thing I would like really tell IBOs is it's the legal part. I see so much shenanigans happening legally, and we have to be more conscious of the times that we're in. A couple years ago, maybe not as many audits were happening, but since COVID has happened and the government has given out all that funding, and they hired like, what was it, like 55,000 people in the tax? It was, I don't know, it was something like that. But they've hired so many people, people to come in and audit. So you want to make sure you're legally doing what you need to do. If you're partnering with contractors, I can't stress enough that the verbiage, and there's a free verbiage sheet in our files section in the Facebook groups and all of them. Your verbiage is so important. The administration that we have now in the White House, they're gunning for the 1099 field. I don't know if you guys have been reading about the different acts that they're looking at implementing and just the different laws that they're trying to cut down on all the 1099s and misclassifications. So when I tell you guys being legal and making sure your verbiage is good is very important. It's very, very important in these times. And that's on paper trail. So what you need to do is create templates. Don't just, send random stuff out and it's different to every person you talk to. You should have email templates. You should have social media templates that you create. Everything you do should be a template. Change the name, maybe the date, maybe the client name, one or two changes, and bam. You have your templates going. You know they're legally sound. When you bring people in to work for you, you have an email template for them to use. It starts, and I said the same thing to Arise Virtual Solutions years ago. They need templates. You can't really operate in this realm safely without just having that concrete template. 80,000 in the next 5 years, the IRS is hiring. Oh yeah, they're gunning to see these EIDL PPP stuff too. That's happening. And I saw a lot of people straight, and it's not too late to file. Like if you guys didn't do the EIDL, this is sidebar, but if y'all didn't do the EIDL and you meet the criteria, it's not too late to file. And I see a lot of IBOs and just a lot of business owners are like, I'm not fooling with that. There's no such thing as free money. You're absolutely right. There's no such thing as free money. We're all going to probably end up paying for this in one way or another, but it is worth getting. The only time you have to be concerned about things going really left is when you're not doing it correctly. So don't skip out on money that could help you change your business or grow your business out of fear. We did classes galore on that stuff. It's cut and dry what you can do, what you can't do, and what the criteria is. I hate to see business owners that are like, oh, I'm just not fooling with it because it's the IRS or it's the government. No, don't have that. Fool with it. Just make sure you read up on it and make sure that you're doing what you need to do. The template, you to set up templates like type out your emails, set up a Google Doc or Microsoft Word, whatever you use, or if you have a CRM that you can house them in, and just put them there. So now you're just copy and pasting the emails, copy and pasting text messages, you're copy and pasting social media replies. What type of templates should you have? All right, I can give you guys a few off the top of my head. We have a ton. You should have a template for those who have interest in your company. And you should have one in email, social media format, which means the social media one will be way shorter than the email one. You should have a template for when you start getting agents, low CA commitment adherence. You're going to encounter that. You can have a template for that. And these can be something as simple as, hey, this week I see your CA has dropped below such and such. Arise, if you go into the chat and type in commitment adherence, they have like a whole thing on what the requirements are. Copy and paste it, put it in your template. And then we always put in there, you may be in danger of losing your statement of work. If there's anything we can do to help you, please let us know. That's a whole template. You need a template for terminating agents. If you have to terminate SOWs, if an agent wants to leave the company, but you need a template for terminating agents. You need a template for agents that sign up for a certification course. A welcome, welcome. We are extremely excited to welcome you in. You've signed up for the exciting opportunity of whomever they signed up for. We're on YouTube. I can't say names. For the, bicycle client. Let me know if you have any questions. Please make sure you have turned in your affidavit of identification. Attach that to the email. Any payroll documents or anything that I won't say payroll, that's employee term, but any pay documents, direct deposit, contracts that you have, then put that in there. Make sure you've gone through whatever systems you have and completed your paperwork. Always put how they can contact you in your messages. Emails, chats, social media. You should always have 2 to 3 points of how they can contact you. So that's not just, all right, you can email me. No. Contact us if you need any help. You can call us, email us. Here's our group link. If you don't have your agents in a group chat, a Facebook private group, Slack, there's a ton of them. I do encourage that you do that. To put everybody together, you can send quick messages out to everybody, do contests, stuff like that. All of these templates are not in master. I won't say you have a couple of them in masterclass. They're not all in masterclass though, because I know like commitment adherence and stuff like that is not. But you do have the welcome one and a few others in masterclass. Contracts, your independent agent contracts. For those of you that are new, you must have contracts with your agents. So you should send these contracts biannually or annually. But the thing with being an independent contractor is that they are on a contract that is consistently renewed. That's why Arise sends SOWs out every so often, because they are trying to stay within the legal realms of the contracting stuff. So your independent contracts for your agents biannually, which every 6 months or every year, send them out. The SOWs, you should also be sending your agents their SOWs. You can Carrie Cato sells the SOWs. We have them in our template bundle pack. We have them in masterclass. You can create your own. You can copy and paste Arise's. But every time Arise gives you an SOW to sign for your agent needs to sign it for you, for your protection in your company. Next question. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to see. Do you guys have any questions in the YouTube chat? As I'm pulling all these questions from Facebook. And don't worry, we're going to go more in depth into this in our actual 2022 Become a Successful IBO seminar. Also, if you're not signed up for the news list and stuff, we are emailing things all week long. And since so many of you have asked, those of you that come to the Thursday night session, it won't be all the templates, but I'll put together some email templates and have them sent to all of y'all that are on the email list, just to kind of get you started. How long did it take me to build my IBO? So the first time, it took some months before I got my first goal. Like, I was just so excited to have 10 agents. It was a huge deal. And honestly, it's still a huge deal. 10 is what you need to hit Premier with the Rise. And most of the IBOs don't have 10 agents. So hitting 10 is still a huge deal. But it took me some months. When I first started, I was doing a lot on Facebook, but working from home was not nearly as popular as it is now. So it was automatically perceived as a scam then, especially with the paying situation. And then when I first started, you had to pay $99 for CSP 101 just to sign up. That didn't include the class fees or anything. So it did take me a little bit longer, and I built up at the end of that first year. I had just about almost at 100 agents. And I had most of them in one client. I know some of you have heard the story. I had most of them servicing one specific client, and then that client left Arise. So when the client left, well, you can guess what happened. My company tanked. And it was a huge lesson to diversify your clients. Don't stick everybody in one client, you guys. Don't do that. Because if they ever leave, there goes your company. So then we came back and had to start, and that was actually when I started servicing. I had to get the money, make money. So I started servicing, and then after that came back in and completely revamped the company. And then we built up again. And after that, we were able to maintain with all the failures that I learned that first year. So don't be afraid to service if you need to make money temporarily. Like, do what you need to do to, run your business. Don't worry about what anybody says. And even with the support factor, that's another reason why I have our group, is because if you're talking about spouses, friends, family, kids, some spouses, like some of them just don't understand the journey and don't understand what you're doing and may not give you the support that you feel like they should. And that's okay. I tell people all the time, like, it's messed up in you, in your head, but this is your journey. This is your life path. That vision is your vision. That vision wasn't given to them. So they may not understand it. They may not support it. But that's fine. They don't have to bet on you. You bet on you, and you do what you need to do. You can come to the group for support. But I say that to say, just keep, like I said, don't worry about who is for what they're saying. You build your company the way you need to, and you don't have to reinvent the wheel. The wheel is already here. Like I give you a lot of the wheel on the YouTube page, and for those of you that are in my other stuff, you get 90% of the wheel is given to you. It's just up to you to customize that 10% for you and your company. Do I have them select their own client? Yes, I do. So what we do mainly now, and that's why I encourage you guys to learn the clients. Arise actually has the client matrix now that they have in the portal, but we learned all the clients, and as they were coming through, kind of letting us know, we asked them, what time frames are you looking to work? What skill sets do you have? What are your strengths and weaknesses? As they're telling us these things, we're already putting them in our minds within a certain set of clients. So then what we'll tell them is, I think that these clients would be optimal for you and what you're looking for. You're able to select out of any of the clients, but I really think that you'll enjoy being with these clients. 99% of the time, they're going to go with what you say because they don't know what they're doing. And that's what I said. That's why IBOs are so important. We're their guidance. Because you really can get lost in the sauce with the Rise if you don't know what's what. The client matrix is in the portal. So when you log in and you look on the right-hand side, there's a breaking news box, and then in the breaking news box, you'll see client matrix, or I think that's what it's called, the client matrix. If you're in any of like the master classes or document packages or anything like that, there should be one in there too, because the one that's in the portal is really small. So we just had somebody remake it for us so that you could actually read it. So, but it's there, and it literally breaks down everything. If it's a phone client, if it's customer service, day, night, everything you need to know is on the little thing that Arise made. So learn your clients so that you can recommend your agents into the ones that are a good fit for them. not just the ones that pay the most. That's where you'll see people gravitate, oh, this pays the most, and then they're miserable and then they quit. You want to get to know who you're bringing in so you can know where they would fit best. You're going to do some work as an IBO, but I mean, you're getting an IBO fee to do some work. So you're going to do the work to make the money. Like I said, you can get rid of your squatters if you want to. You're going to have squatters. Only 10%, 7 to 10% of your roster will be working at a given time. And that's for the majority of us. So if you look at, like, I have some IBO friends that are huge, 100, 200 agents. If you look at them, their squatter list, 2, 3, 4,000 deep. And they actually have 1 to 200 agents servicing. So that kind of gives you a little perspective on what it looks like. So you don't, you're not ready to pull the plug when you have 7 people in certification and only 1 finishes. That's perfectly normal. It happens very often. Sorry, guys. In 4 years, what have I learned as an IBO? You are your agent's best advocate. I've learned that it's definitely not an easy road. It's not one that you're going to make a lot of money just doing the IBO stuff initially. And it requires time and patience. It requires time and patience. But it's so rewarding because you're literally responsible for the livelihood and helping people build livelihoods for themselves. You're giving people a chance to work, especially during this time. You're giving them a chance. I'm sorry, you guys, I dropped my phone. You're giving people a chance to make money. You're helping them in times of need. I've had people come when I was partnering with the women's shelter out here, and would go out there and get the women out there and have them come work at the office. And it's like, you see people at their worst and they get paychecks. They're feeling better. They're getting on their feet. It's such a gratifying thing being an IBO. It's just so much deeper than, let me get some agents and make some money. No problem. A lot of IBOs don't know about that matrix, but it's there. What is this? In 4 years, what do I feel like? I'm not sure. Jessica, if you're on here, I'm not really sure what you're asking. So if you could just resend that message. I don't want to keep you guys super long, though. I really just wanted to welcome you in. Thank you for your support. We're really kicking off the real information starting tomorrow at 5. Do download the planner that we have, though, so that you can take notes. And really, it's a goal planner and notepad. So you can put your goals in there for the year, the month, the week, the day. The list, it has a social media goal list on there. So if you did not get the email, if you're not on our email list, I did put that planner in all of our groups in the file section. It's called Anniversary Planner. But if you got the emails and you're on the email list, it's also attached to the email that went out today. What is my greatest achievement over these 4 years? Honestly, it's not even business related. My greatest achievement, if I had to honestly say, would be still being alive. I fought hard to still be here. So still being alive and being blessed. I have wonderful kids and all of that good stuff. So it's really not business related, my greatest achievements, but I'm very honored to be able to do what I love. The link for the planner is in any of the Facebook groups that I have. It's in the file section. It's also in the email. So what I want to ask you guys is, If you could ask Arise Virtual Solutions for one thing to help you be successful, what would it be? And while y'all are typing that in chat, and I'm going to take all of this that you say because I'm going to go. I frequently reach out. So I'm going to go with this list. Type out whatever it is. If you could ask them for one thing for your IBO to be successful, what would it be? While y'all are typing that out, our desk winner. So today, our social media contest was I wanted to see your home offices or whatever offices you have. That was our game today to post. April Sago is the winner for that one. She got the most votes on her office. So congratulations, April. Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, or Zelle. Send me one of those things so I can get you some dinner. Congratulations on that. Tomorrow, like I said, the games are in the videos that are posted in the morning and in the emails. And then one of you will also be winning tonight. I'm doing the name generator while y'all are typing out. Leads and matrix. Where's that post? Which post, Cassandra? The one with the planner? If that's the post you're talking about, it's in the file section of any of the Facebook. I have Arise IBOs only, Arise to the top. I have Arise Masterclass, the Entrepreneurs Hub, the office photo. That post is also in all of the groups. It's on my personal page, Paris. It's on the Arise Business Consulting page as well. You just click like on the post 7. So those of you that are here, I'm going to give you a heads up on the game for tomorrow. But don't tell everybody. Tomorrow it's Pop Yo Ish Day. So this weekend I was having a conversation at my daughter. Her candles made it into a vending machine in the mall. She's selling her candles there, as well as a few other places. But we did a celebratory dinner with a few of the other ladies. So everybody was talking about being humble, and I won't say I don't believe in being humble, but I really don't. Now, I'm not like Kanye Westing it at this point, but I feel like people only ask you to be humble. It's the people who are threatened by your presence. They feel inferior. Those are the people that are like, hey, you need to be humble. But no, like your accomplishments, you've made it through life. Like you're still here with all your accomplishments. I don't believe in that. So tomorrow, the challenge is you guys are going to have to post a video under my video of who you are, your IBO, and why you're the best. Because if you don't believe in you, your agents won't. Nobody will. So I want to see why you're the best IBO. That's going to be tomorrow's challenge. When you see the video come up tomorrow morning, post those videos. Don't be scared. I used to be all quiet and meek and humble until I started going into corporate meetings and boardrooms and negotiations. Nobody's humble in those. But those are the ones that are making the money. They're closing the deals. I learned quickly confidence is key in success for business. So make sure y'all post those videos tomorrow. I want to see some confidence tomorrow, even if you just started. All right, so the ability to name the clients publicly. So I'm going to address that one now, 7. That one you're never going to get. They sign NDAs. Some of the clients don't want their customer base to know that they're getting a third-party call center. So Arise themselves sign NDAs. Let's see, what else do you guys have? Generate leads. So the response to that one is probably going to be, if you're Premier, they actually do put your name on the IBO list, the Premier list. And that actually does give you quite a few leads. So the people that just wander to the Arise website, maybe they've seen them on the reel or something, will go. And that's usually the list that they'll pick from when they try to figure out what IBO to join. So they're probably going to put that for that, but I'll go a little bit more in depth for you guys because I know where you're going with it. Metrics. Lisa, what type of metrics are you looking for? Like more precise metrics for call time, or what type of metrics? A phone line for IBOs. I can't disclose too much on that, Cassandra, but I do know that it's been tossed around a few times. We, though, are actually looking at trying to implement something similar as well. But I know it's been tossed around. There's been a few issues that have come up when they've tossed it around. But I know that that has been tossed around. Chat, is it a pain because of the time wait, or is it a pain because of the accuracy of the chats? What part is causing the most pain for you? Because I know that they've been working to revamp chat. All right. Any other suggestions, you guys? If you could ask Arise for one thing to help your IBO be successful, what would it be? The agents don't understand the need or request. Oh, yeah. And then they just kind of tell you anything just to get you off the line. All right. I'm putting that down too. All right. As you guys are still typing out, the name that has popped up on my list from this group. All right. So our YouTube live. Oh, you had one? Hold on. Our YouTube live winner today. Press the button. All right. We got 7. You have won tonight on today's YouTube live. So 7. Send me. Do you know my social media? If you don't, I'm Paris Pasos on social media. ParisPasos. Or you can send it in to the Arise Business Consulting page. So congratulations, 7 the Trade Master. You are our YouTube live winner tonight. And send me either your Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, or what did I say? PayPal. I have all those. I can do any one of those. And I'll get you dinner. You're on Facebook, so yeah, Facebook me. All right, let me see the one. Returning agents. All right, Rakivia, I saw. Let me see. Let me keep going up. Oh, how do you present your business the best way to potential agents and returning agents? So, could you go a little bit more in depth for me, Rakivia? Are you looking for like more marketing help? Because when it comes to your actual business, your business, and not their side of it, you probably won't be able to get much as far as that, because that is what's separating the partnership. So if they do too much, um, it won't be, I guess, the partnership that they need it to be legally. But all right, I'm writing that one down too. Got it. You can't get past people thinking it's scammy. Is it because of the cost that they feel that way? So a lot of times, I tell IBOs, when you can't get past the scam part, there's a couple of things happening. Number one, it's who you are trying to recruit. So recruiting with this type of thing, you really want to try to aim for people who are familiar with the 1099 situations, like, Instacart people, Grubhub, DoorDash, people who have worked 1099 with other companies like Next Rep or Live Ops, that sort of thing, or even you see like restaurant workers and stuff like that. I really do pretty well with them as well. But it's who you're marketing to a lot of times, and then secondly, it's the wording of how you're presenting it to them. Usually when they think it's scammy because of the fees, it's because they don't understand what being a 1099 is. So you really need to break down to them and kind of simplify it for them. So when you're talking to them, you're letting them know, you're a 1099 contract worker, and what that is, you put it in relation to that they'll understand. So like I always told you guys, like we use the construction example all the time. So you just kind of let them know, with the certification not getting paid, you get paid when you actually start taking calls. You're going to have to learn the systems and learn the procedures, and then you'll start getting paid once you start taking live calls. Now, they have gotten a lot better with that. Usually it's within 2 weeks of class for most clients now. Whereas before it would be 4, 6, sometimes 8 weeks. And so the construction example is them when you relate it to them going, to build a house. You don't pay for your construction worker to go to school to learn how you build the house. You pay for them to actually, when they start building the house is when they start making money. It's the same thing. And then you let them know, they're coming here. This is one of the only places that you can come, sign up, do a certification course, and as long as you pass, you're guaranteed to work. People spend weeks, months applying for jobs that they never hear back from for free. They're spending pointless time on jobs that they never hear back from. But here, that as long as you attend certification and meet the criteria of passing, what they're giving you, and it's not hard, you're going to work and make money. So either way, you're spending time. You either spending time and the end result, or you can spend time and keep applying where you don't know and may not get anything. Let's see. Get a star magic on phone. So when time is released, you don't need to be on the actual computer. All right, let me write that down, Javon. But I encourage you to change to reevaluate your verbiage when you're talking to your agents, Rakivia, and reevaluate who you're marketing to. That will kill a lot of that. All right, Javon, I've written that down too. All right. All right, you guys, we're 52 minutes into our 15-minute conversation. I do it every time. But again, it's our fourth birthday all week long. We will be doing stuff, celebrating, and check our social media page. Watch out for the contest, the emails that are going out. You'll get a wrap up of the day before if you're on our email list, and any of the resources, links, or anything that need to be included will be in your email wrap up. And I will be here every day at 5. Like I said, tomorrow we will be on Let's Talk Arise IBO Business with Pia, who will be talking about taxes and IBOs, as well as taxes and agents. And she also has additional income opportunities within the tax realm that she's going to let us know about. So you guys come back tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. Everybody who won today, make sure you Facebook me so that I can get your prize to you. Whitney, you said you have the same issue with training costs when choosing a client. Well, how do you lose them when choosing a client? What's causing the loss? The training costs can be addressed in a couple ways. One of them should not be you paying for training, and you'll want to call it certification. But you can offer a certification completion incentive where they will get the whatever they paid for certification back within a certain amount of time after completing certification. So like if you're a new IBO balling on a budget, you'll probably do 45 to 60 days. If you have a couple dollars, maybe 30 days. So what it will be is we offer a certification completion incentive, which will be the amount of your certification fee up to $100, or however you want to do it. We do it up to $100, paid 30 days after you complete certification. So you can offer that incentive, and then also on that incentive, make sure you put terms on it. So like they have to enroll in certification within 5 days of signing up with your company. So that'll kind of help them move a little quicker. You can also let them know the certification fee and any fees that they pay related to this position. Because they're 1099 agents, they're able to write that stuff off on their taxes. So when you talk to them about the fees, it's all about how you talk to them. You don't present it as well, there is a fee, or, the only thing is. You present it as, in a positive light. Being a 1099 contractor enables you to have flex scheduling, and you get these great tax perks when you file taxes. One of those being whatever you pay out, equipment, any fees, you're able to write that stuff off at tax time. And then that's when you throw in, there are not many fees you will be responsible for, and then whatever it is that you're trying to tell them. Say it with a smile. Say it positively. They don't enroll in a certification. So there's a few ways you can navigate that as well. You can do live Zoom sessions to where you're walking them through the actual enrollments and having them enroll with you. You can do that when they sign up, or you can opt to do it. They'll sign up in the portal, and maybe a couple days later, you can opt to do it then. But my recommendation is usually knock all that stuff out in one run, because it's harder to get them to come back than it is to just get them in your session, signed up into the portal, and into a client. It'll take you about 45 minutes, maybe 30, once you get used to the process. The other thing that you can do is the incentive route again. With the certification completion incentive, put a date on it. Your follow-up is the most important. When they're in the portal with you, when they first enroll, that first 7 days is almost like the first 48. They tell you the first 48 hours are like the most important to solving crimes. That first 7 days is so important and will determine if they're really going to work or not. So you should be emailing, texting, and contacting them those first 7 days all throughout that week. That's when interaction needs to be the strongest. Suggest as an IBO you only serve one client. What do you mean? Opposed to serving multiple clients, that'll take up more time, Keita? So Whitney, while Keita's clarifying for that, what you can do, you can have them in the Zoom session while they're doing those tests. Just let them know, for the next 30 minutes, this is going to be your testing period, and let them get started on the test. Or you can release them to do the test, but make sure you're following up the next day. If you do the test within a Zoom session, obviously, your session will span, an hour and a half. But you can just let them know, you're here for any questions they may have during the test time. You'll have a voice assessment. You'll have a program assessment. Once they get through that, you're pretty well, like, they're going to continue, but it's the follow-up. Do the follow-up. So, Keita, it just really depends on your financial need, whether you service one or two. I'd say at least get through one just to get the experience. If you don't have to service, then that's fine. But if you really need the money and need to service multiple clients, well, this is the ideal platform to do it, because you make your own schedule so that you can still schedule in time for you to work. Thank you. No problem. You guys have any other questions? I'm sorry. I don't know if I want to read this question. So, Jennifer, this is actually not a lace wig on my head. I wish I could wear them, but I haven't. I don't think I look right in wigs. So all right, you guys. Well, I will see you guys tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern here. Like I said, if you were one of the winners, please reach out and Facebook me. I'm sorry, my phone fell again. Please reach out and Facebook me your pay information. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Oh, hold on. One more question. I have problems passing some assessments. What is the problem that you're having, Dee Dee? The questions, are you not passing or is there like a technical issue, or is it like a problem with passing the actual assessment? The math part. So that math part is not on all of the assessments. So if it's just that part of it, then you probably just try another client. Because that's, like I said, that one is not on all of the assessments, the math part. Partner support is who you reach out to for help with the assessments. But if it's something, like I said, if it's like the math part of it, they're not going to be really much help for that. They're just going to have you pick another client. You've held checks for agents who don't have much revenue. Held checks in what magnitude? Like you just their IBO fee, your IBO fee took the check, or like you just didn't pay it? What do you mean about that? So if an agent's check is not big enough to receive income because like the Arise or IBO fee has taken the check, you still need to give them an invoice. And you'll have to show the deduction on the invoice. Until the next one. No, you don't want to hold the money. Kita, when they get paid, they need to be paid out on that payday. Even, I mean, I have run pay for $1.96 before. So you need to make sure they're paid out when the money is there, and then cut them an invoice showing them whatever was deducted for them not to have the money. Thank you, Sherry. Teaching that tax class. Yay. Do I still charge the fee? So it depends. If their check is under a certain amount, we don't charge the whole fee, because we want to make sure if you put in any hours, you get something. And now if a rise fee takes the check, that's one thing, but that first check is usually going to be smaller. But we do want to make sure they get something, because how discouraging would it be for you to work, even if it's just a couple hours, and receive no pay? At that point, you're not wanting to come back. So you kind of want to think about that when it comes to that. The invoice, the invoice that they send for the agents, do I send that one? No. Well, I use Intuit. Well, now it's QBO. And it kind of kicks them an invoice back itself. Square does it, and Gusto creates their own invoices as well. But if you don't have any of that, you can just create your own invoice. You can do it in Excel or Microsoft Word. They have templates for it online. Hey, Laura. You feel bad and just combine it? No, don't hold the money. There's no need to feel bad. I mean, it's what they made. If they made it, they made it. Sherry did also bring up a point about if you're servicing just to get the experience to be to do your IBO stuff, that you can go through certification and then not sign your SOW, or you can go through certification. I mean, if you decide to terminate the SOW, you're able to do that as well. But that is another way that you can go through. Charge a $25 admin fee. Do you suggest a percentage? So that really depends. The monetization method you use really just depends on you and your business. I know IBO. I don't do the percent model. I know IBOs that do it and love it. I only don't do it. I think it's a good model. I just don't do it myself because I like consistency, and I just kind of like to know what I'm making each pay period. That's literally the only reason why I don't do it. If you do opt to do the percent model, though, one thing you'll be careful of and put in your contracts is a minimum of 1975 will be taken out, because what can happen is if they hardly service, like say they only you do a 10% model and they only made $100, then you're only getting $10 of that. That's not even enough to cover the Arise fee. So if you're opting for percent model, definitely put in there that a minimum amount of 1975 will be taken out to make sure that fee's always covered and not coming out your pocket. Arise gets they're almost like taxes. Arise will get their money before you get yours. So they're going to take the fee out before they deposit the money in your account. No problem. I don't think you have a bad fee model or fee, but you'll just kind of, I tell IBOs when you're deciding what you're charging and those types of things, you want to work backwards. Like you're kind of doing the math from, all right, I want to make this amount of money. These are my expenses. This is what I need to charge per agent. And you'll just throw a number up there. So for instance, I say I want to make $100 per pay period, which is low, but just roll with me for the math. I want to make $100 and have 25 agents and make that $100. My expenses, say, are $25 a month. So I would then use those numbers to calculate and figure out how much I need to charge each IBO to make $100 after my $25 expenses are paid. I'm sorry, each agent after my expenses are paid. Now, this does not work if you're like, I want to make $3,000 and have 10 agents. Your fees are going to be too high. Most IBOs are charging between, I say 39 to 49 to I've seen 69-ish per pay period. I've seen higher than that, but I'm just saying on average between 49 to 69 is where most IBOs land on the flat fee spectrum with the Arise fee. You don't know where to start picking on being an IBO. I'm an IBO, not active. Is your account active, Didi? Are you in the Arise to the Top Facebook group, the IBO's only one? Kita, I wouldn't say, is that $25 plus the Arise fee? So you're really charging like 45 a pay period? Or is that $25 with the Arise fee? That's yes to 25 with the Arise fee? 45. Okay. It's not horrible. That just means if you have, well, you'll start getting a discount on the platform fee the more agents you get. But every 10 agents, if you don't factor in any discounts, every 10 agents is what? You'll make $250. So you'll need 10, 20, 30, about 40 agents to make it. $1,000 mark. But with the discounts, it'll come quicker. It's not horrible. You just need to see what your expenses and stuff are. Well, that's good. You're at a 50% mark, way higher than that 10 that most IBOs sit at. LaShonda, let me look at my list. Aren't you? You are LaShonda. You actually won tonight, winner. Send me your Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, or PayPal. Congratulations. All right, Didi, request the group because I think that I probably would have to you'd have to shoot me a message to kind of see what you have going on. The best way to utilize MailChimp, I would love to create a monthly newsletter, but MailChimp confuses me. So I think MailChimp is really good. They do end up in spam a lot though. MailChimp, you can set up campaigns to run monthly newsletters. You can set up campaigns to run weekly emails to your squatters. I think that a good YouTube tutorial video would help you out with that, Gwendolyn. Because yes, it is important that you continue to keep up with your agents. Even if they're just squatting, communication is key. You know, when you're out of sight, you're out of mind. So you want to continuously email. We email our squatters every week. The clients that are there, if we have any incentives happening, we email them that. Sometimes we email them games just to see if they're interactive, and then we let them know if they're no longer interested in servicing. They can let us know, and remove them from the email list. But we do we have VAs that can set your stuff up for you, Gwendolyn. I don't know if you're interested in that, but if you are, you can reach out to me. That can kind of get in there and set it up for you. And all you're doing is you're exporting your list from the Arise platform with the export button, and then you're importing the list into your MailChimp. And then once you import them, you can set up your campaigns. The Facebook is called Arise to the Top, and it'll say Arise IBOs only, Arise to the Top. For becoming an agent, so yes, the flexibility here is really optimal. So when you're becoming an agent, you can select the client you want to service. You get to select the time that you want to do the certification course with the client. You really get to select everything. And then once you complete certification, you're picking your own schedule from there. Now, I'm very transparent. So we let our agents know it's not just going to be a slew of hours on the board and you just get to pick the hours you want. That's not how it works. Arise will release the hours available for that client. If you are performing well, you'll get to pick hours first. If you're not servicing or performing well, you will get the last hours in the bunch that are available for your client. So the hours that will be available for you will depend on the client you're servicing for. The income potential, Denise, that's really, again, it's going to depend on who you're servicing for. But just to put into some perspective, we have agents on certain clients that are making 1,000 plus a pay period, but they're servicing 30, 40 hours. Some of them service more. The ones that are servicing 15 to 20 hours on most of our clients are probably making between 5 to 700 a pay period, depending on the client. Now, there's 2 clients I'm thinking about specifically that they make about 300 a pay period. So that's going to depend on how many hours you're servicing and who you select to service for. The pay rates range with that $9. Oh no, there's still that $8.25. Usually between $9 and like $15. Sometimes you'll see clients that pay more. I think there's one that might still pay less. There's incentives that you can do, but I mean, you really can work Arise, and if you do multiple clients, support your household with it on flexible scheduling. Sherry, if you should still be in masterclass. I don't remove anybody except the people that like try to steal the class and resell it. Other than that, you should always be in there. No problem. Hope that was helpful. Intuit just acquired MailChimp. Intuit messed up IOP when they let them go and forced us into QBO. I hope it's a better transition. But there are tons of YouTube tutorials on MailChimp as well. All right, guys. Do you have any other questions for today? All right. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 5. Again, thank you for coming on this journey with me for our fourth birthday celebration. I hope you guys enjoy the games and content and classes that we put out all week. My team and I have been super excited about this week, and we've been working really hard to put this together. So I hope that you participate and enjoy everything that we have for you. Thank you guys for the support for these 4 years, and I look forward to many more years of just teaching what I learned in business so we can all make money. Thank you, LaShonda. Dee Dee, go to Facebook and just type in Arise to the top, and then you'll see our group comes up. The logo is gold, says Arise to the top on there. And again, winners, don't forget to send me your pay information. Beverly, I was just talking about you today. I was like, I wonder if Beverly is still doing this. Hey. Thank you, Gwendolyn. Have a great day. Thank you, Duran. Thank you, Keita. Thank you, Jeanette. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Laura.